Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Saturday afternoon presentation. Of N. NBA basketball right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Jordan Clarkson.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy go.
He is an intimidating factor for sure. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Front court spots filled by Durant and Griffin.
Here we go.
Curry is out there with Irving, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Jazz, Mitchell in at the 2 with Bogdanovich at small forward. Rudy Gay is out there with Gobert, and it's Clarkson in at the 1 spot. Pass to Drummond. Durant wide open. He fires. And Drummond kicks to Durant. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Tries again. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Drummond.
Shoot first kind of guard. Kyrie Irving doesn't waste any time.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Here's Mitchell. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's the result of hard work. Mitchell just gets better and better off the bounce.
Pass to Irving. First quarter, just over a minute played. Drummond passes to Irving. For Mitchell. No good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Irving with it. Now defended by Gobert. Hacked on the shot. And he'll have 3 chances at the line. And the latest wrinkle in Seth Curry's game, creating for others with consistency.
And he's taking time with his reads, letting the defense commit, then making his move. All part of that maturation process.
And he's good on the second. And Greg, is the playoffs loom in the distance for those teams who have overachieved in the regular season, how do they ensure that their success continues in the postseason?
Well, listen, the skeptics will remain. And you've got to understand the playoffs are a different animal. You have to be resilient and adaptable. And when that adversity hits, that's when your focus has to rise.
For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
With unlimited range, Bogdanovich forces you to extend your defense.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's tipped. Griffin with the steal. It's Durant on the wing. From downtown, it's good from long range. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here's Curry after the basket by Utah.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Utah trailing here. Mitchell outside. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Back to Clarkson. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 to shoot. Bogdanovich finds Mitchell. For the three. It's Drummond with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the basket by Curry.
A creative playmaker. I love when Kyrie zips it to his teammates.
Mitchell passes to Bogdanovich. Stolen by Mitchell. In transition, here come the Jazz. In the corner, it's Clarkson. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Here's Mitchell. Drummond knocks it loose.
That rejection was well timed. Get that shot out of here. Drummond staying patient, waiting for the right moment to pounce.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
Kyrie Irving. 3 shots.
He hits the second from the line.
If you're looking for entertainment, you've come to the right place. Kyrie puts on a show every night. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Here's Mitchell, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And one thing about Donovan Mitchell, Steve, he is always learning, always evolving.
Yes, he is, Kevin. Devours film. Seeks advice from other star players, and he's not afraid to get out of his comfort zone. He has ambition for greatness.
And the Nets making a change here. Mills is checked in.
You know, Donovan Mitchell really went off back in the 2020 playoff bubble. Watching those games, it was obvious that he's got a ton of potential left to grow into.
Now, here's Clarkson.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Inside. Hands of the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here's Mitchell going inside. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Durant.
In a bump this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west this season. Nearly complete. Take a look at the Jazz. They've had a great season, and we'll look to extend that into the playoffs.
And I think for Utah, it looks at this point like they will not enjoy home court advantage in the postseason. That was a spot that a lot of people had them penciled into at one point.
Now Kevin Durant after Bogdanovich missing on that last three-pointer. Mitchell against Griffin. Mitchell kicks to Gay. Another miss by Utah. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point lead. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And a wide-open look for Irving. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Love what Drummond did on that play. Kept his eyes up, and he was being unselfish.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free T-shirt. Let's see it fans. Fans, your jazz dancers.
Ends up going with the new group. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Brooklyn. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
I mean, with the amount of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
Irving's shot is good.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now here is Conley. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Whiteside. Irving against Conley. Now the pass to Azubuike. Whiteside trying to break free.
I mean, showing great anticipation. Aldridge was all over that shot.
Wants to get it to KD and does. Off target with his three. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Mills. And he dunks it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving.
All right, look who's coming out of the court.
And plenty of scoring on this team, but Kyrie Irving knows he's always got the green light.
Coach just wants me to be aggressive, to set the tone early in the game, and that kind of sets up all my teammates and sets the standard for the rest of the game and how I want the game to go.
Agreed. And for an NBA defense, few more scary, Greg, than Kyrie Irving with his foot on the gas.
Yeah, because he doesn't just score on you. When he gets in that mode, Irving can make you look silly.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
They just look hungrier out there. They don't mind taking the pounding.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. On-court spots filled by Durant and Griffin. Irving is out there with Mills, and it's Aldridge in at the center position.
It didn't take long tonight for Kyrie to realize he was in the zone. Incredible performance. This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against the Trailblazers. Whiteside sets the bid for Conley. Down low, Griffin with the steal. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. And Pascal pulls it down. Stolen by Durant. Stolen away. Durant with the steal. To the middle. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And the Jazz with some changes. There might be more talent at the point guard position now, Greg, than there's ever been in the NBA. But who do you think sits at the top of that list?
I mean, Kevin, there's so many incredible talents. And not that I'm dodging it, but honestly, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what kind of tickles your fancy in terms of the point guard. If it's the ability to shoot and play without it, Steph's at the top of your league list. But then you get a guy like Chris Paul, who I think is as good as anybody's ever been in the pick and roll. So they're just different ways to approach this thing. And, of course, now I've forgotten 4 or 5 guys that I should have added into this conversation.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Gay. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
And then Durant with the jam.
Wow, the skills at his size. Durant makes a number of moves every game that just leaves you shaking your head.
Shot's good by Mills. Mills has got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud and go Dancers.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Dragic in for Irving. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Dragic finds Mills. Back to Dragic. To the paint. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal.
It's on Jordan Clarkson.
I mean, good awareness from Mills. Gets the defender out of position, takes advantage.
And that one misses.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Jazz trail by 13. Gobert with a screen on Dragic. Mitchell passes to Gobert. It's hauled in by Brown.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
It's stolen by Gobert. To the inside. The layup off target. Nets leading by 13. Dragic kicks to Mills. Passes it to Claxton. Fires for 3. He can't get that one to fall. The Jazz go the other way with it. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. Clarkson dishes to Bogdanovich. Clarkson right side. That ball, twice speed that time from Bogdanovich. Clarkson's got his first points in this one. And it's Mills with the ball for the Nets. They've led by as many as 14 points. And the 6'8" Bojan Bogdanovic consistently among the league's top 3-point marksmen.
You're right, Kevin. Consistent is the right word. Listen to this. Since his 4th season in the NBA, he's never averaged below 38% from distance. That shot must be high.
You know, Steve, we've seen a few times in recent years in Cleveland and Indiana, for example, a new coach inspired in year 1.
Yes, Kevin. Losing a locker room can do that to you. It's embarrassing for those teams. When you know it's not working, you better not delay the inevitable.
And he comes up with the deuce. Mitchell's got 4 points this quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Driving the lane. Shot's good by Mills.
One of the best standstill shooters in the league. Mills getting better at scoring off the dribble.
1:14 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Mitchell, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Mitchell's got 11 points.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Brown the pass to Mills. Back to Brown. Pulls up on the wing. Rebound, Utah. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
You know, I love what the coaches did tonight. They pushed the right buttons time and time again.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
26 seconds left here in the second. Here's Aldridge. It's blocked again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Jazz trail by 11. Here's Mitchell. And here's Bogdanovich for three. Oh, through the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Second team foul.
And you love what Bojan Bogdanovic has done to round out his game. Worked very hard to become a complete player.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. There's Dragic with the three. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And so we conclude the first half. Nets lead by 9. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly. But
welcome. The first half is in the books, so let's check out the top performers for each team.
We've got a heavyweight clash on our hands. This is a star-driven league. You got two fierce leaders going head-to-head. Both guys trading blows as each one tries to will his own team to victory.
Moving on now to the first half. So far, things looking good for the Brooklyn Nets. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
and we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
Eric Pascal out there with Whiteside, and it's Conley, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 2 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Donovan Mitchell is a force offensively, of course, but he knows there's room for work at the other end. He said, I feel the need to really get after it defensively and show that. Watch film on every person I'm guarding. Defense travels. Offense comes and goes. Guys, back to you.
He's never satisfied, and I love that about him, D.A. Thanks. Here's Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. Says every memory he had growing up involved basketball. Skip prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game. And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Curry kicks to KD. Back to Curry. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Curry on the wing. 17-foot shot on the way. Basket counts. Curry's got 8 points. And Durant grew up in a tough environment. We all know that. Basketball, Greg, was the only way out.
As it has been for so many NBA players, you feel bad for guys with great talent who get derailed along the way. It takes so much hard work and discipline and luck just to have a chance at making it. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
All right, fans, get on your feet. Make some noise for T-shirt time. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your dance dancers.
As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You look at the Nets. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they find themselves as just a middle-of-the-road team this year. Opponents they would have blown away last season are giving them all they can handle at this point.
Everything came so easy to them last season, and this year they're having to scrape and claw for every win.
Here's Curry. Gobert with the block. Mitchell against Irving. The feed to Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Mitchell. He takes it in. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. From the baseline. And it's sent back by Drummond. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Mike Conley's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Brooklyn leading by 13. Irving attacking. The shot's good. Irving's got 14.
His ability to freeze the defender and then take off. Kyrie makes plays that others just can't.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the middle, and here we go. Brooklyn fast break. The open shot, KD. That's good from 17 feet away. KD's got 4 points this quarter.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
Carson Eels checked in for Utah.
And taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage.
You won't find many players with the quickness of Mike Conley. He can dice you up.
Irving. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. The 3. And it's Michael Conley with the 3. 5 points in the game.
What a wonderful pull-up jumper from Mike Conley. You can't give him that much room.
Back to KD. Here's Drummond. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Nets lead by 14.
What makes Drummond a great rebounder, not just the size and athleticism, it's his tremendous anticipation.
Gay passes to Conley. And Irving pulls it down. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. The 4th spot held by the Nets. 5th, the Jazz.
And here we've got 2 teams shooting the ball so well on the season. And neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
And Utah making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Utah with the ball. They trail by 14. Conley into the lane. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Griffin.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And there's Gay. That's good on the assist from Conley.
Getting it done inside. Rudy Gay not just floating around the perimeter.
And you look at Mike Conley's game, just a steady floor general and deadly accurate as a shooter.
And Greg, I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how he competes on the defensive side. At 6'1", he's given up size on a nightly basis, but he won't let you pick on him. He gets after you. Well, now when you foul Drummond, he can hurt you a little bit at the line. He's much improved.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. Over Durant. And the shot falls short this time. Brooklyn leading by 13. Snatched away. Here's Alexander Walker. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with this shot all evening long.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
One thing that stood out is how much of their scoring has come off the turnovers they caused.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Alexander Walker. Curry with some nice D. For Brooklyn, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Misses off the left iron. Jazz trail by 14. Here's Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Good drive by Bojan Bogdanovich. Developed this nice move that he can attack the closeouts.
Here's Curry. Gobert with the block. And he's able to get it back. Durant, the pass to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Curry's got the ball, and that one is good. Irving's got 16.
You look at Kyrie's shot chart. He's terrific from mid-range.
Here's Alexander Walker. Back to Bogdanovich. Got it off in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Brooklyn in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm. assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Nets. Mills out there with Dragic. Then there's Bruce Brown. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Now, here is O'Neal. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Four seconds left, and it's good on the way up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Nets leading by 12. Takes it inside. Mills passes to Claxton. That shot off the mark. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's get an update on Donovan Mitchell. What's the status there, David?
Hey, guys, Utah's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He told me it's a pinched nerve in his neck, and that has him in a lot of pain. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it, as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
And we're seeing that across all sports. Guys are just getting bigger, faster. The human body can take only so much.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Here's Claxton, and he converts the layup. Claxton's got 4 points this quarter.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Now Clarkson. Pass to Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Clarkson with the ball. Picked up by Aldridge. Gay misses. Nets leading by 14. Brown outside. A rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Bogdanovich dishes to Clarkson. Crafty move. Changes up. Can't capitalize inside. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Nets. 17 points was their biggest margin. There's the pass to Claxton. He's off on that one, so Utah will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's good. And the Nets lead by 16.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dragic from outside. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. Head to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
It's going to be on Rudy Gobert, and he hits the first of 3.
And Dragic out of Miami is part of the Kyle Lowry sign and trade. Had a brief stop in Toronto, but made it clear he didn't want to be a part of that situation. Ended up here in what he feels is one better suited to his talents.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. And it's Conley penetrating, and Durant sends it back.
Good aggression from KD on D, hustling to get a hand on the shot.
Back to Dragic from outside the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. Dragic has got 6 in the quarter.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
with the drive. Can they get it? Conley, the pass to Whiteside. Now Pascal. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Curry's checked in for Goran Dragic.
The lineup for the Nets, Seth Curry.
They get a hand on it. Passes it to Alexander Walker. It's stolen by Curry. For three, Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. And slam dunk by Pascal.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by Brooklyn.
Durant for 3. Utah with the rebound.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for KD.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
That one good for 2.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Alexander Walker passes to Pascal. Right wing. Down low. And slam dunk by Pascal.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Pass to Alexander Walker. Griffin with the steal. It's Drummond with the drive. That's tipped. And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
5 seconds left to play here in the 4th. The 3 from KD. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, very few can match your offensive creativity. So how do you integrate that into the team system?
It starts in our practice.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in.